Nigel, Huddersfield 3, Mansfield Town 1, and you're out of this season's Virtue Trophy. What did you make of that?
Yeah, it was a deserved result. I thought they were better than us, certainly started better than us. Just a little bit unlucky with the first goal, clearance, hitting somebody, and then Owen tipping it onto the bar and in. Scrambled for the second. We had a little bit of a change-up, reorganisation at half-time, got one back. And you never know, if Lucas puts his chance away, you might get something out of the game. But I thought overall, they were a bit brighter and a bit sharper and a bit more experienced than us.
Especially in the first half?
Yeah, definitely. We went with the same formation, despite the change in personnel, and it just shows that this formation only works with a certain kind of personnel as well that we've been playing in the league games. But still, good minutes into everybody. Reedy needed it, Lucas needed it, Jordan needed it, Sweens needed it. So in terms of that, it was a very good exercise. I'm not too disappointed we're out, because even when the game's almost over at the end, we get an injury to George Maris, which we don't know the extent of yet. And on the back of Regan Hendry on Saturday, it's the last thing we need.
What happened there with George Maris?
He just got caught at the back of the knee, and it's a bit painful at the moment, so we'll have to see in the next couple of days if it settles down or not. With such a big game on Saturday at Northampton before the 2-week break, we wanted everybody intact tonight, and it's such a balancing act between, you bring the youngsters, you will be turned over, 4-5, whatever. We're trying to win the game, trying to get something from it, and yet you're trying to protect us people as much as you can for Saturday and beyond.
You mentioned Regan Hendry. Is there any more news on the extent of his injury? Or injuries, yeah, plural.
Yeah, he's got ankle and knee problems. They're probably going to be about the same time length. We're talking the New Year, Christmas, New Year, before we get him back, which is a huge blow on the back of. He's just missed the similar sort of period with his knee injury. It's his other leg with his knee and his ankle. He had a double scan, which I've never known anybody have injured to an ankle and a knee in one tackle. And it wasn't a bad tackle, he just fell awkwardly. He went over on his ankle and then his knee collapsed sort of inside a little bit. So it's a big blow for him and for us.
Back to this one tonight. At the start of the second half, your men seemed to up the tempo, up the ante, come out with a bit more gusto. Yeah,
well, we just, you were 2-0 down, we put two up top, we had one good attack. We had a good few moves in the first half and nothing came of them. And then Max went, early on in the game, went past the full-back and put one across the 6-yard box, and it didn't quite fall for us. But good move again at the start of the second half. Carl McAdam puts a good ball in. George Maris gets a shot off, Don puts a rebound in, and we're right back in the game. They had a couple of opportunities after that, and I thought young Owen Mason made a couple of good saves. But they were the better team on the night.
Good for Dom to get a goal, as you say. He's good in those areas, isn't he, with the follow-ups?
Yeah, definitely. If somebody's going to drop in the box, but when you do play a 4-2-3-1 and he's up there alone, he's a bit isolated, and unless we get decent service into him, then against two big centre halves, he's going to struggle. That's why we sort of changed it at half-time. Jamie was only ever going to play 45, a good training session for him. Same with Nathan, same with Aaron Lewis when he came on. And I say the other lads needed the minutes, and George Maris as well. Just the injuries just put a blighted evening for us.
On 78 minutes, you handed a Mansfield Town debut to Jack Goodman, who's not long been signed from Baseford United. Could you tell us a bit more about him?
Yeah, we like Jack. He's played, I think, about 15 games in League One for Doncaster. So he's got some experience. We liked him at Baseford. He's been back on. We signed him and he's been back on loan there. We brought him back about 10 days ago, and it was ideal to get him on tonight and get him some good experience. He trains with us some of the time as well, and we think he's got a bit of potential.
We know about the negatives from tonight. What can you take away from it on the flip side?
We've got no more games. one game if you get through. And honestly, we put teams out every single time in this competition, and even in other clubs, we've never had a break in it. And you look at the 52, 53 shots we had in the first two games in the competition at home to Harrogate and Newcastle. We got 1 point and lost on penalties. So it doesn't seem to run for us in this, but we'll keep trying, and we'll try and get through one year. It's not through the lack of, we're not brought the under-21s or the youth team here tonight. We brought the best team we could. Most of the lads missing tonight have got knocks, Kyle Noyle and people like that with his back. Tyler's been ill, as well as on top of his shin injury, so and everybody else really was involved.
Coming away from this one, last night we learned of our opponents in the second round of the Emirates FA Cup. Accrington Stanley away. What did you make of that draw?
Yeah, good draw. Lovely. We would have liked to have been at home, but it's not a bad draw. We've had two teams now in the league below, and it's up to us to beat them. That's it. The only thing is, I just feel a bit for the supporters. I think we're at Cardiff, and then we're at Accrington, and then we're at Wimbledon, 3 consecutive Saturdays. So it's a lot of travelling for them. So that's the biggest thing. But wish we were at home, but an opportunity to get through at the third round.